Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about unemployment boost benefits. We're going to be talking about the current status of the second stimulus check, and we're just going to be talking about where we are with the current stance with our politicians and where we are on where we should expect the next package to actually go through. If you guys are new to the channel though, welcome back. My name is Brian. Don't forget to drop a like on this video if you guys have been enjoying this type of content, stimulus check updates, and just hearing about what is going on with relevant and current news. But other than that, let's just get straight into the video. So President Trump went ahead and authorized the $400 unemployment boost. This is a memorandum through his executive order. A lot of this still needs to go through, and there's still a lot of things that need to be clearly discussed. Many states that have struggled financially are actually debating on whether or not this is fair, because most states who do not qualify for this will not be getting any additional unemployment boost benefits for their citizens. So it's really this difficult fine area between trying to get this funding for everyone in the country, while at the same time they know that many states may not actually qualify for this because of how tight the budget is. So where is this unemployment boost benefit actually coming from, especially because it's getting approved by President Trump's executive action instead of going through Congress? Well, here's what we need to know. We have a total of $44 billion, and this is coming from the Disaster Relief Fund. And as you guys know, $44 billion to a single individual may seem like a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, this is actually very, very small compared to the amount that we've seen in the past with the previous CARES Act. This amount of $44 billion with the unemployment boost is estimated to only last between 4 to 5 weeks. So what actually happens if your specific state can't afford that unemployment boost benefit? Are you just single-handedly left out? Governor Andrew Cuomo of New York is already tweeting about this, and last night he said, executive orders can't replace legislative actions. States can't pay 25% of unemployment costs. It is simply impossible. The biggest questions that raise with this $400 unemployment boost is, who is going to qualify, and will you actually start seeing money, and when will that actually be? Who will qualify are people who make more than $100 with their regular state unemployment boost benefit. Now, the debate with this is that workers who make less than $100 a week in unemployment will not qualify for this is not really fair, because these are going to be the people that need it the most. Also, if you're looking to get approved for the next $400 unemployment boost benefit, you just have to make sure that you are filing unemployment within your state, and then your state actually gets approved within that federal level. So it really is a lot of things outside of the hands of the people. But if you are trying to get on top of this and trying to stay on top of these benefits, just make sure that you are still applying for your own state benefit for unemployment, and make sure that you're getting at least $100. And then this will also kick in and give you another $400 if your state is approved for it as well. So when should we actually start seeing these unemployment boost benefits if it does get approved for your specific state? I would not expect to see these until the end of August towards September. And the reason why I say this is because states still need to go ahead and set this system up. This may be retroactive. You could still apply every week, and then when they do get approved for it, you can get that one lump sum for the past few weeks that you did not get it, all in one amount. But like I said, we do not have an official date on when this should get approved, and the estimated date on when we should actually see unemployment boost benefits should be towards September. Hopefully this is going to be the time when we see those additional stimulus checks as well, because if it is, it's going to be some serious paydays for a lot of people, and it's going to definitely help a lot of families out. So let's go on to the topic of stimulus checks now that we are on that as well. So the good news is the Democrats and Republicans as of today are still in full support of the second stimulus checks. There isn't much talk about this right now because they're still negotiating different aspects of the HEROES and the HEALS Act, trying to come to a decision on what to pass. The main things that they are concerned about right now is state and local government funding, and they are also talking about that unemployment boost funding. So Republicans really don't want to budge, and Democrats really don't want to budge. Republicans are currently waiting on additional proposals from the Democrats on what is going to entail for adjustments with state and local funding and unemployment boost benefits. So really those two things right there. President Trump, out of his lack of patience or his willingness to help people, or whether it's the reason of him trying to get reelected into office in the next few months, his goal right now is to actually use his powers as president in order to try to get as much leverage in some of these issues as possible. Like I mentioned, some of these executive orders, some of these memorandums may not hold that much weight to it. And at the most, The student loans, the 0% and the deferment, that is the heaviest out of them all. That's going to hold the most amount of weight. That might be the most effective out of all the things he's mentioned, but it's just going to take a little bit more time before we see solidified evidence on those memorandums and see if there was any effectiveness to them. If I were to give a percentage on which one has a likelihood of getting passed even more between the HEROES and the HEALS Act, I would say they're still both at 50%. And in reality, when two bills are still at 50%, there is no nudge on either one of them. In reality, it's still 0% for most people. Now, nobody seems to be talking about this anymore, but I did want to bring it up in today's video because it just seemed to have gone swept under the rug. But we did have a standalone bill on those stimulus checks before we start to see the expiration of the eviction moratoriums, the unemployment boost benefits. So let's talk more about what this actually was. This one was actually proposed by 4 Republicans. We had Senator Bill Cassidy, we had Steve Daines of Montana, we had Mitt Romney of Utah, and we had Marco Rubio of Florida. This was actually covering that one act. I called it the CAF Act. Some people call it the SAFE Act. But this was the bill that was introduced where adults and children actually got a $1,000 check regardless of age or dependent status, as long as you had a social security number. The reason why I like the CAF Act so much is because although it is still a less amount than the $1,200, it's still better than nothing. And because this is a standalone bill, because it is not tied to another $2 or $3 trillion package that also needs to get passed in order for people to just see a small amount of money to help them go through these very difficult times, this is one of them, the CAF Act or the SAFE Act, whatever you want to call it. This is the bill that I frankly like because it won't take that much effort in just getting stimulus checks passed to the people. Keep in mind, President Trump does not have the authority to actually get the stimulus checks passed to the people because the federal government needs to get approved through Congress to get that much money passed to the people. The argument right now is, well, he was able to do this with unemployment benefits. He can do student loans. He can do evictions. Those are not the same at all with economic impact payments. And also keep in mind with the evictions and also keep in mind with the unemployment boost, this is all coming out of separate budgets. So it's not coming from our federal government. They're not printing the money like they would with the stimulus check. So with that in mind, I personally like this amount. I think it would be even better if it was more than the $1,000 amount, but we also made a video a few weeks back talking about how if you had a family, this would actually be a lot more than the normal amount. I will have a link to the proposal down below. It's just going to be a one-page summary. That was the official document. If you guys want to check that out as well, listed down below in the description. Now, moving on with the current situation with our politicians. Last night, Steve Mnuchin and Mark Meadows went ahead and discussed their negotiations that they had with the Democrats. It wasn't the best, to say the least. They didn't make that much progress, and pretty much what they said was, we haven't made a move since the past 2 weeks. Nothing has changed. So for all the people that comment, oh, nothing has changed, this is still the same news. Literally nothing has changed, and this is still the same news. So thank you for letting everyone know. As you guys know, as much as we want new news to happen, the people, the reporters, the YouTubers, no one here decides on what's going to happen. The decisions are made in DC. The decisions are made by our political leaders. Don't shoot the messengers, not even on this channel, but any other bigger YouTubers. I know many people like to take their frustrations out on what they receive, but hey guys, don't shoot the messengers. We are just trying to help out the people here, and we are just trying to report any little current news, even every little change that we know of. So at the moment, not much has changed. Unfortunate to say the least. I wish more things have changed. They're not making as much progress as we would expect. Hopefully this week we can still hear something, but it has been a pretty slow start to the week. That is what we have for today's video. If you guys did enjoy this video, if you guys are watching me right now up until the end, I just want to say thank you all so much for sticking by. Don't forget to drop a like on this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you guys found any type of value at all, or if you guys enjoy these type of videos. My question to you down below is, how do you feel about the current situation? You know, right now it's a Tuesday, we're in the middle of the week, and it's frustrating for a lot of people, but I want to hear from your thoughts. Just frank, raw, let me know. So thank you all so much for tuning by another video. Stay safe, have a productive day, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.